What's going on, guys? It's your boy Darius. So you guys see the title, How to Know Your Soul's Purpose in 10 minutes. Literally in 10 minutes. Something that took me almost 20 years to be able to figure out. I'm going to explain it in 10 minutes. So before we even talk about that, one thing that we want to be able to notice is that you know why you're here. You know your purpose. Because again, you are soul. That's what you are. Even if you feel like or you are identified with the body, with the mind, you are always soul. So you have to understand that it's not like you're discovering your purpose, your soul's purpose again. All you're doing is just remembering it. That's all you're doing. It's already there. Just like you are awareness, it's already there. So one thing that we're gonna be doing is just recognizing that you already know your purpose, or just recognizing your purpose, okay? And we also have to start understanding that you are God. You are God. And what I mean by that is you are never going to be bigger than Almighty God. It doesn't matter what you do. But on this earth, you could become God on earth. Okay? And what a God is, in the difference between being human, God just knows. Human thinks. The human goes, I think, therefore I am. But a God just knows. Okay? So you just need to be able to stop being in that low frequency belief system that you are just human. You are God. You just know. And if you already knew that you were God, you wouldn't be watching this video, because you already know your soul's purpose. Even if consciously it might not have came up, you still would know. Okay? So what is soul's purpose? Okay? It's who you are when you're most true. It's what energy you naturally radiate when you're not trying. There's so many times, especially, let's say for an example, I'm making this video right now. I could be trying to do something, trying to be something. But it's when I'm not trying, that's when it radiates the most, because that's what I am. That's my purpose is shown and given, because I don't have to do anything to be able to show it. What you came here to experience, learn, and express. The reason why you do what you do is, in the deep root of it, is because of the soul purpose, of your purpose. So, can you really know it in 10 minutes? Yes, you can. And it's not by overthinking. It's by getting still. By being able to calm your mind. Be able to actually just leave your mind. Because again, your purpose is already here. It's just about moving your attention to the knowingness that you already are. To the God that you know. The God that you are. So how do we do this? The first thing is, as we were talking about, is going beneath the noise of your mind. You slow down, okay? One thing that you could be able to do is just give some breaths. So give some 3 breaths. Pause this video and do sorry, it was raining a little bit. Pause the video and give 3 breaths. Be able to shift your attention, because that's all it is. So wait, give me a second. So yeah, shifting your attention, okay? So you just did those breaths, and now I want you to ask yourself, when do I feel most alive? What pain have I overcome that I now feel called to help others with? What energy am I here to bring into every room I walk into? The answers don't always come as words. They come as feelings, images, or deep inner recognition, like this is it. For an example, let me tell you mine. Mine is peace. For a very long time, I lost the peace that I had. Not that peace is the highest thing to have, but peace is something that I could be able to, like, give to the world. You know? So that's just one thing. At least in one of the answers to the questions. So why does this work? What I talked about, why does it work? Because your soul already knows why it's here. It already does. Before it came on earth, it already knew of exactly why you came here. Your soul doesn't need convincing. What takes years is removing the noise, the identification of the mind, doubt, fear, conditioning, everything that society has given to you that blocks you from hearing it, from seeing it. But in a moment of stillness and honesty, your soul could speak clearly if you're listening. So it's not something that is a hard task to do. It's just being able to understand that you just know. Your mind thinks, but you know. In the highest teaching, which we're not going to talk about, but just to let you know, the mind doesn't even exist, but you still are. This is the reason why I say humans, like the reason why I made this like distinction between a human and a god, is because humans for a very long time, they would say, I think, therefore I am. It's probably the one of the most ignorant things that you could be able to say, because you just are. And you are without thinking. There could be no thinking and you just are. And when you are, you're in the knowing state, because your body's still moving, but you still know. You're still like, there's still knowing going on. So you know, that's it. And you are. I was going to say something else. But that's how you be able to know your soul's purpose. Is to be able to tap into stillness. To be able to understand that you are stillness. Which is one of the very higher teaching. But if you're able to do that, if you're able to allow yourself to rest in stillness, then you'll be able to understand your soul's purpose. And throughout this channel, we're going to be talking more and more how to be able to tap into stillness. One of the keys of life is to be able to tap into stillness. Okay? So that's what it is. That's how you'll be able to know your soul's purpose in 10 minutes. Not even, in 9 minutes. So I do have a community where we're going to be talking about exactly how to be able to tap into stillness, know who you are, and giving the practices and, you know, just doing everything I can to be able to know yourself. And so tap in is going to be in the link in the bio. And thank you guys so much for watching. Leave a like, and yeah. It's actually going to be in the link in description. So yeah.